family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. Be sure to give us a big thumbs up, and share the broadcast. That way other notifications are sent out and others will know that we're here. Yes, thank you so much, family. Now, probably you've heard by now about Shannon Sharpe, former football player and a television commentator now. I'm saying formerly because he's now saying that he stepped down. Which is breaking news as of the day I'm recording this from ESPN. Now, just a little bit of information. It says here that Shannon Sharpe steps away from ESPN in the wake of a $50 million, I'm just going to say, assault and battery suit. I'm reading from USA Today. It says Pro Football Hall of Famer and media personality Shannon Sharpe said on Thursday he's stepping away from ESPN. He regularly appears as a panelist on First Take and is currently embroiled in a $50 million assault. You all know that's a assault battery civil lawsuit. He said in a statement that my statement is found here and that the relationship in question is 100% consensual. He says, at this junction, I am eliciting to step aside temporarily from my ESPN duties. I'll be devoting my time to my family, responding and dealing with these false and disruptive allegations that are against me. And I plan to return to ESPN at the start of the NFL season. I sincerely appreciate the overwhelming and ongoing support I've received from my family, friends, and colleagues. ESPN also released a statement. Here's a part of it. It says, this is a serious situation, and we agree with Shannon's decision to step away. Now, family, first of all, I need you all to understand something. Well, before I get into that, before I go further with my commentary, watch this video clip.
This is a shakedown.
Facing sexual assault accusations, tonight Shannon Sharpe is not backing down.
I'm going to be open, transparent, and defend myself because this isn't right.
Today, the former NFL star turned podcaster posting this video statement in response to a Nevada civil lawsuit filed by a woman who says her consensual relationship with Sharpe eventually led to multiple assaults. The lawsuit also accuses Sharpe of secretly recording their sexual encounters without her consent. The plaintiff, listed as Jane Doe, is represented by attorney Tony Busby, who has represented accusers in several high-profile sexual assault cases, and who Sharpe called out by name.
Tony Busby targets black men, and I believe he's going to release a 30-second clip of a sex tape that tries to make me look guilty and play into every stereotype you could possibly imagine. That video should actually be 10 minutes or so. Hey, Tony, instead of releasing your edit, put the whole video out. I don't have it, or I would myself.
Also new today, Jane Doe's attorney releasing an audio clip alleging it shows Sharpe threatening the plaintiff.
I'm not going to hang up on you. Here's what it is.
The plaintiff says, don't manipulate me. Then Sharpe allegedly responds,
Oh, Lord have mercy. If you say that one more time, I'm going to choke the out of you when I see you.
NBC News has not independently verified the audio's authenticity. It's also not clear if this excerpt was part of a longer conversation. We asked Shannon Sharpe's attorney about the recording late today.
He is acknowledging this is a recording of him, but that it's being taken out of context.
The legal team is telling me that we can't authenticate it if he said that, and he's not denying it. This is his statement that he did not mean it. It was in the heat of the moment, in the middle of an argument.
Sharpe's attorney Lanny Davis also says the Hall of Famer offered his accuser at least $10 million in mediation before the lawsuit was filed.
Shannon Sharpe's willingness to pay is not an admission of anything that he did wrong. It was a willingness to pay for the protection of his family and himself.
Despite the graphic public allegations, Sharpe was talking sports on ESPN this morning. The sports network declining to comment on the lawsuit as Shannon Sharpe offered this promise today.
And I'm going to be out there telling you whatever I need to say, just like I always do.
Okay, family, that gives you a little bit of insight. Okay, him and that lady got real spicy. What gets me with you all, the brothers, is when I say you all, and these snow bunnies and stuff, is that it's 2025. You just saw Jonathan Majors almost 5 minutes ago running away from a white woman. We had footage of what appears to seemingly be contradictory information that she put out there. Allegedly. It didn't seem to match up. And they still kept pushing it. And of course, he ran back to a black woman, Megan. It's too late in the game. It's been too many centuries later for y'all to be doing this. And what gets me is you all have y'all little groups and these little male movements against the black woman. We certainly have, some of us certainly have our issues, but what is this white woman's excuse? She has not been oppressed. She has not had the overwhelming responsibility that we've had for hundreds of years to even, quote unquote, have an attitude or to be disagreeable. But y'all still keep giving them the benefit of the doubt, and they have the power to undo you in every imaginable way. And then our nature and our tendency is to automatically defend you, but then we have to pull it back like, no, what we doing this for? Y'all sitting here having podcasts on whether or not you should defend us. You sitting here talking about how ghetto we are. And the Bunnies just bouncing around and stuff, ripping up your career in court, your reputation in court. Those of you that are the most well-known and the richest of us all. You should never have nothing to say about none of us, the black woman. That's what gets me. And this is a historical thing. I've talked about this numerous times on this broadcast, especially about this book that were her property and how white women were some of the most vicious of slaveholders. They had lots of slaves. In one particular portion of the book that's called They Were Her Property, it talks about in one region of the country when the author compiled a whole bunch of resources, census information, documentation from a particular region, she found that in that particular space, 40% of those that owned slaves were white women. And they was willing to take their men to court to make sure they maintained that slavery. The enslavement, their ownership of the enslavement of our people had everything to do with white women's freedom. Even when that little 5 minutes they couldn't vote, even though they benefited off of their white men, because they had to be they were landowners that were able to vote back in the day. So to the degree white women's suffrage talk about they couldn't vote, child, they still benefited. And the slaves were passed down to them legally in wills, and they went to court to fight for them. I've talked about this numerous times. Also document the history, the record reflects, and even some of the testimonies of the formerly enslaved said the white woman was the ones that set up the black woman to be assaulted by both the white man and another enslaved black man. She set that up among many, many, many other diabolical actions by her. How many of y'all know the white women that was known as the WKKK, Women's Ku Klux Klan? They were considered to actually be the most effective in the Klan because they were able to permeate their dogma through the PTAs, through religion, through social societies and groups. They made white supremacy stick in ways that the burning of crosses and lynchings didn't. Talk black to me, somebody. So this is no surprise to me, but it's when y'all gonna wake up and smell the going, you on your own. Meanwhile, y'all sit over here doing these little clubs and stuff about your nastiness of the black woman because you upset about something with your mama or a past relationship you had, and Karen is tearing you up, and she has not ceased to do so. And she has no reason, like ours, to even be doing this, except that she can. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved. Be sure to go to my website to learn more about my products and services in my school. I have a monthly spiritual school called the Vicki Dillard Mystery School. We are truly building the new Vatican, who are the original ancient black owners and the originators of the true Vatican before it was stolen. You don't want to miss my information and my teachings. People are getting breakthroughs, miracles, signs, and wonders. It's not one religious type of group. It's a spiritual, universal group. So it doesn't matter what your background is. Your life will never be the same. Go to my website to learn more at VickiPlanet.com. That's VickiPlanet.com. Share the broadcast. I can't wait to see